Yura grit her teeth and gathered her strength. She raised her hand and tried to attack Ronan. She asked him to die. Ronan asked Gust if he wants to end things with his own hands. The moment he said this, Gust appeared behind Yura and slammed her head to the ground. With a look of anger on his face, Gust said that he has been waiting for this moment. Yura screamed out of anger. She tried to push Gust off her. The man did not let her go. While screaming like a lunatic, the woman called Gust a beast and asked him to let her go. She called him a filthy barbarian and told him that he is not allowed to touch her. Gust raised his sword and tightened his grip around it. He told Yura that the death of his innocent tribe members was caused by her evil deeds. He swung his blade at her and asked her to pay for her evil deeds with her blood. He stabbed her armor multiple times. His attacks slowly destroyed the armor. Yura spat out some blood and screamed out in pain. Gust raised his sword and gave her a more painful blow in the chest. A large amount of blood poured out of her body. He raised his blade and told her that he wants to ask her a question. He asked her to tell him why she intentionally spared the remaining tribe members. He asked her to tell him what she is hiding. He advised her to reveal the truth if she doesn't want to suffer a worse fate. With a creepy smile on her face, Yura told Gust that she doesn't want to tell him anything. While laughing like a crazy person, Yura said that the great apostle of the star would never submit to pain. She asked Gust to show her what he can do. She said that she can take more. She asked him to try all he can. She told the man that it is too bad that she wasn't able to rip his little brother apart. Gust became angrier when he heard this. He swung his blade at the woman and asked her to die. Yura smiled when she saw the blade coming at her. Before Gust could touch her face, someone appeared out of nowhere and grabbed his hand. Gust was shocked to see the man. The man dressed in white clothes said that the situation isn't looking good. He told Yura that treatment will be difficult. Ronan and Shullafin couldn't believe their eyes. They did not know how the man got there. The man reminded Yura that he advised her to use something when she is in danger. He told her that even someone like her would find it difficult to guarantee victory against them without the blessing of the star. He referred to the woman as brigade leader and asked her if she is satisfied now. Gust knew that this was Yura's partner. He wondered why he was unable to sense the man's presence. He tried to free himself from the man's grip. He didn't want to give the man any openings. The man slowly let his hand go. Gust decided to attack him with this opportunity. Before he could even raise his hand, the man turned and gave him a heavy kick in his stomach. Gust spat out some blood. The kick sent him flying. The man apologized to him for the kick. He referred to him as Warrior of Dainhar and asked him to step aside. Gust moved past our boy and Shullafin in an instant and slammed his body on a huge rock. Ronan and Shullafin quickly turned around. They were shocked to see the man's body hit a rock. His body fell to the ground. The man turned to Yura and told her that even though she failed to earn the title of the sharpest sword who guards him, her will alone was still sacred and dazzling. Yura gently smiled when she heard this. She turned to the man and asked him if he already knew that things would turn out this way. She said that she was nothing more than an experimental tool. The man took off his hood to show his face. He smiled and stretched his hand out to touch her head. He thanked Yura for accompanying him in all his explorations. He placed a finger on her and told her that she can rest in peace now. He shoved his finger into her forehead and told her that he hopes she rests peacefully within the starlight. Yura grit her teeth to endure the pain. She smiled and said that this is upsetting. She said that it isn't fun. The moment she said this, blood gushed out of her forehead. The man gently smiled and stood up. He used a white handkerchief to clean his hands. He threw the handkerchief on the woman's body. He turned to Ronan and Shullafin and told them that the position of his assistant and branch leader has just become vacant. He asked them if they are interested in taking the position. Immediately he said this. He saw Ronan and Shullafin in front of him. The boys were ready to cut him down. They quickly swung their swords at him. The man told them that this location isn't optimal for a serious conversation. The boys were shocked to hear this. They quickly looked down. They saw that the man bent his head to dodge the attack. The man suggested that they change locations. He gently pushed himself up. He told the boys that he has something to show them. He gave them a kick. Ronan and Shullafin were sent flying. They got pushed into the temple. They found it hard to stop themselves from moving. They crashed on the ground and caused a large amount of dust to spread everywhere. When the dust cleared up, the boys pushed themselves up. Ronan told Shullafin that they are getting into different problems. The boy told him that the man must be Yuria's partner. He turned to the side and asked Ronan to stay alert. He said that the man is much stronger than Yura. The moment he said this, the boy saw something shocking. Ronan found it odd that he was suddenly quiet. He quickly turned to him and asked him about what happened. He saw a massive weird object in the temple. There were some things below the object. The things were chairs. The chairs were made out of human bones and body parts. There was an eerie energy around the chairs. Ronan couldn't believe his eyes. Yuria's partner walked past the boys and said that he was curious. He said that he wanted to know what would happen if he made chairs out of the bodies of Danehar people who are known for their toughness. He said that he wanted to know how it would feel like to sit in such a chair. The man placed his hand on the chair. He revealed to them that he came to the conclusion that the chairs are not bad. He asked the boys if it isn't amazing. The man realized that he hadn't introduced himself. He told them that his name is Teranel. He said that he oversees the sacred southern diocese of the church. With a creepy smile on his face, the man said that he is a bishop. Teranel asked the boys if something is wrong. He saw that they were glaring at him with eyes filled with rage. He asked them if there is something bothering them. He smiled and asked them if they are angry because of the material he made the chair out of. He explained to them that the material is not different from a beast's hide to him. He told them that he understands why it bothers them. He told them that it is meaningless for them to be bothered by such trivial things. He suggested that they have a productive conversation and use their time well. He told the boys that he made enough chairs for them to sit on. He said that the chairs are remarkably comfortable. Shullafin tightened his grip on his sword and fired an attack at Teranel. The man was able to dodge the attack. With a look of anger on his face, Shullafin swore on the Grancia name that he would appease the souls of the deceased with his life. Teranel was impressed with Shullafin's sword chi. He said that this finely condensed sword chi is perfect for the young lord of House Grancia. The moment he said this, Shullafin swung his sword multiple times and fired more sword chi at the man. His attack destroyed some parts of the temple. Teranel was able to easily dodge his attacks. He told Shullafin that his spirit is fierce. He smiled like a crazy person and commended Shullafin's technique. He told him that he perfectly executed it. He was amazed to see that Shullafin didn't leave a scratch on the chairs, even though his reason was clouded by anger. He told the boy that he has a remarkably strong mind. He told him that he can easily become the Sword of the Star with his talent. Immediately he said this, Ronan appeared behind him. Our boy was ready to strike him down. He asked the insane bastard to stop yapping. Before Ronan's sword could reach him, Teranel stopped his attack with his leg. He was impressed by Ronan's decision to hide his presence and aim for his back with his sword. He told him that he made a smart decision. He said that his actions were still within his expectations. He told our boy that he wants him to prove more of his worth. The moment he heard this, Ronan threw his sword in the air. This made the man lose his balance. He took out his dagger and swung it at him. His attack hit a pillar in the temple and destroyed it. Teranel was still able to dodge this attack. He told him that he didn't expect that he would have this trick up his sleeve. Unfortunately for him, Ronan wasn't done. Our boy grabbed his sword and swung it at the man at a crazy speed. Teranel went on his knees to dodge Ronan's attack. Unfortunately, Ronan was only able to leave a scratch on his forehead. With a creepy smile on his face, Teranel asked our boy to tell him what he will show him next. Ronan grit his teeth out of anger when he heard this. Teranel told him that he doesn't have to hide anything from him. He pushed himself up and gave Ronan a kick. Our boy blocked the attack with his sword. The man asked him to run as wild as he likes. Ronan had to use his dagger to support himself. Even then, the kick was too powerful for him to handle. Our boy was sent flying. Before he could crash in a wall, Shullafin appeared behind him and used his body to stop him from moving. He asked Ronan if he is all right. Our boy said that he isn't. He said that he still hasn't turned the bastard to shreds. Teranel smiled and cleaned the blood on his head. He said that he doesn't even remember the last time he saw his own blood. He told the boys that he feels more certain now that their encounter is a blessing from the star. He said that he did not think that he would meet two candidates of Lycophos in this remote land. Teranel released a very eerie energy and asked the boys to tell him what their encounter is if it isn't fate. Ronan recalled that Yura mentioned something about Lycophos. He asked the man to tell him what is so special about Lycophos. He asked him if it is really amazing. Teranel said that it is. He raised his hands and said that Lycophos are a sacred sword carefully selected by the leader. They are made from the holiest of talents. and they are chosen among the believers of their order. It is an elite order of knights organized to eliminate the continent's powerful figures who would interfere with the arrival of the star. Teranel said that Yura was a devout believer whose talents played a significant role in the southern diocese. However, she was unable to overcome her trial, so she returned to the Starlight's embrace. Teranel said that her sacrifice was unfortunate, but it was also sacred. While smiling like a maniac, the man said that his partner's death has become proof that validates the soundness of his discernment in choosing the boys. He told Ronan that things like this make him remember the first time he sensed their fate. He asked our boy if he remembers Brigida and Baron. Ronan was shocked to hear their names. Due to his reaction, Teranel became certain that he fought them. He asked Ronan not to worry about it. He assured him that he won't blame him for their deaths. He said that Brigida and Baron were the main forces of his southern diocese. They were apostles who flawlessly carried out every difficult mission. They served as his hands and feet. When he heard that they had fallen while carrying out a mission, Teranel was a bit doubtful. Of course, their deaths were not incomprehensible. Brigida was deployed to the Vadian Mountains to meet the ancient Archmage Saranti. Baron traveled to Lomera Mountains even though he was fully aware that he could encounter the Sword Saint. No matter how great their blessings were, it would be meaningless if they are unable to activate it. They might have not been able to activate it due to how powerful their opponents were. However, the consecutive deaths of branch-level leaders was unprecedented in the entire history of the organization. Teranel wanted to know how it happened. While he was carrying out his research, he came across Ronan. From two completely different sites, the man discovered something odd. There were remnants of mana that belonged to neither Sarani nor Jaipa. The moment he felt this mana, Teranel's doubts began to spread uncontrollably towards an entirely new reality. He wondered if it was a mere coincidence that he found the same mana on different sites. He became curious about the master of the mana that opposes the star. Teranel traced the origin of the mana and investigated it. His investigation led him to Ronan. He asked our boy if he believed that the church would remain unaware of his existence. With a terrifying smile on his face, Teranel referred to our boy as Ronin of Philion Academy. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 75 of this recap, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.